Hello, what's going on everybody? This is Maya and Jay, and today the purpose of this video is to do the review of the ZOOZ S5.5, and as we know, this is going to be the Xiaomi Redmi Note replica, and I gotta say that it is a very nice device. So here, just to get started, let's go through the physical aspects. On this side of the device, it's going to be plain. We have no buttons whatsoever. At the very bottom is where we're going to have the charging / data port together with the microphone. On the right side is where we're going to find the power button, the volume rocker is up and down. And on the very top, we have the secondary microphone together with the 3.5mm headphone jack. On the very back, we're going to have the 8-megapixel camera with the LED flash, the ZOOZ logo, and the loudspeaker. Now, to open the back, it is quite hard. I mean, I sometimes had to use a pry opening tool, but after doing it several times, you notice here that it was a little easier. And this phone is a dual SIM, dual standby device, supports TF cards. You can see here once again the camera with the LED flash, and the only bad thing about it is that even though it's a dual SIM, it only supports the regular SIM card size and it doesn't support micro size. Here we can see the battery is 3200 milliamps, and then here at the very bottom is where we can see the loudspeaker. Now let's go ahead and install this back, and the only thing that so far I don't like about this phone physically is that the back is too glossy, and sometimes when your hands, let's say, are sweaty or you're just using it throughout the day or outside, it's very slippery on the back and the fingerprints get on it very easily. So here in the very front, we have the 5.5 multi-touch screen with a resolution of 960 by 540. So this is a QHD display. Here in the very top is where we're gonna have the ear speaker. We also have the proximity and light sensor together with the notification LED and the 2-megapixel front-facing camera. Here at the bottom is where we're gonna have the menu key, the home key, and also the back key. So we can notice already that when the device is off, the screen matches perfectly well with the remaining of the bezel, making the device look very premium. Now let's go ahead and check here the operating system. Even though this is claimed to have the Android KitKat 4.4.2, it is actually fake, and I did confirm that after trying to download some applications that are only compatible with Android KitKat. But when we go here to the system, we can see if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we go to About Device. We can actually see here that it is confirming as if it was the Android 4.4.2. Now the device does have 1GB of RAM, and it also has 8GB of internal memory, so that's definitely great. It is running the MTK6582, which is clocked at 1.3 GHz. The difference between this one and the original is that the original does run the Android KitKat and also has the MTK6592, so it is an octa-core device. But the price is very different. This only goes for about 115, the original goes for about 244, and I got this directly from the ZOOZ company, but you can buy it from, let's say, Panda Will. You can also buy it from tinydeal.net and many other websites that I'll be providing on the description below so that you guys can check it out. Now here we can see that this device is running some sort of a MIUI launcher. It is very nice, and it does look very similar to the original device. It is very smooth, as we can tell right here. Okay, and here for the cameras, it is very confusing because when we go here to the actual camera, if we go to settings here for the front-facing camera, we can actually see that it does let me go up to 6 megapixels in size, but the overall quality of the camera was pretty good, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Hello guys, this is Maya and Jay, and here we have the camera test on the ZOOZ S5.5, and we can notice that the quality, the colors is not so bad at all. Also, the autofocus seems to be working perfectly well on this phone, as we can tell here from this video clip. And I was actually quite satisfied. The picture quality is also very nice. Sometimes you do have a hard time focusing, but other than that, it is working like a charm. And now we're gonna go ahead and test here the front-facing camera. And here we have the front-facing camera. We can also notice that it is great for selfies, Skype, or any other social media out there. Now, I highly doubt that this is going to be a 5-megapixel camera, so I think that this is going to be a 2-megapixel front-facing camera, but as we can tell, the quality is still very nice, and I was also very satisfied with it. Alright guys, so there you saw the camera, and next thing I'm going to test here is going to be the Wi-Fi. As we can see, we've been connected now ever since I started the video. We can notice that the Wi-Fi reception is very good, also the signal reception. Now just to test here the Wi-Fi speed, we're going to go ahead and open here the browser. We're going to go, let's say, to ebay.com, and we can see that it is loading pretty fast. Let's try it. Let's see here, youtube.com, and we can actually see that yes, it is working perfectly well. So here we have it. We can also load to the desktop mode very easily on any website. So I was actually satisfied with the overall speed of the browser. Now here we can tell also that right now I turned off the Wi-Fi and I'm getting 3G with straight talk, and the speed is actually very satisfying. Now here we're gonna go ahead and test the Bluetooth on the device. So let's go ahead and turn on the speaker. If we go here to settings, we go to Bluetooth, we go ahead and turn it on. We're gonna see that right now it is reading the device. So it's gonna take about a second or so. And we can see here that yes, it read the Bose C1 speaker and right now it's connected. If you go back once, we go to audio profiles, we go to general settings, we go to voice call ringtone, and we're gonna go ahead and test the sound. Now we're testing the back speaker. The back speaker with that question, it is pretty good. Alright, and there we have it for the sound test. As we can see guys, it is very good, and also this device does support many languages. I'm going to show you that right now. So if you go here all the way to the bottom where it says language and input, we go to languages, we can see all the ones that are supported. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down so that you guys can read them for yourself. It is almost about, I would say, 35 languages supported on this phone. So here we're going to go ahead and test the GPS. The GPS on this phone is very good. So let's go ahead and check the next clip and let me know what you think. Hello YouTube, this is Wally and Jay, and what I got here today is the GPS test on the ZOOZ S5.5. As we know, this is the Xiaomi Redmi Note clone. So the GPS is working perfectly well. All I needed was actually to root the device and install faster GPS to get a faster signal reception, as we can see right here. But other than that, it is working like a charm. Now we're gonna go ahead and perform a GPS test from inside of the house. All right, and there we saw the GPS, and as you can see, it is working perfectly well. And also here, if we go to GPS test, we can actually confirm it here. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And we're gonna see how fast it's gonna lock a signal. Right now, it does take about a minute or so. Sometimes it takes a little bit less than that, but here we can see that it has already locked a signal, and it only took about 10 seconds to do so. And this is from inside of the house, so without questions, the GPS on this phone is very strong. Now, I did need it to root and also install this application called Faster GPS. And what you do is when you open the application, after you've been rooted, you have to select your continent, then your region, which is your country, and that way you can get a signal much faster. Another thing we're gonna go ahead and do now is just test some applications and games so that you guys see the overall performance of the phone. So I'm gonna put a music in the background. Make sure that you enjoy it. guys, so there we saw some of the performance of this device, and as we can see, it is quite decent. And also we're gonna go ahead and open here CPU Z, and we can see that yes, this is confirming the MTK6582. And if you scroll down here to the side, we can also see that the operating system here is actually faking it. This is going to be the Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean. Here we can see the branding, ZOOZ S5.5 with the resolution of the screen and whatnot. Now also we're going to go ahead and check here the sensors. And we have this application called Android Sensor Box, and we can see we have the accelerometer sensor, the light sensor, we also have the proximity sensor, and the sound sensor, which is basically the microphone here at the bottom. Now we are missing the orientation sensor, we don't have gyroscope, we don't have temperature sensor, we don't have the magnetic sensor, and we don't have the pressure sensor. But what impresses me the most about this phone is the battery. Having a 3200 milliamp battery and with a screen resolution of 960 by 540 with the MTK6582, you can get more than a day. Right now I have used it pretty much the whole day playing games using the GPS, and we can see that the battery life is about 85% right now. Here we're gonna go ahead and test the multi-touch screen, and it's only about 5 points, as you can see here. And this device is 190 grams, so it is extremely heavy. One of the heaviest devices that I ever seen, and that's because of the battery on the back being 3200 milliamps makes this phone very heavy. Now another thing we're gonna go ahead and do here is test the phone call quality. So we're gonna dial 611, and we're gonna go ahead and put it on audio.
For English, press 1. Para español, presión 2.
Also, if we turn this off, we can see that the proximity sensor is working perfectly well. This means that every time you put it to your ear, the screen is not gonna stay on. So as we can see, that sensor is working perfectly well. Here we also have the messaging application. As you can see, it is quite basic. We also have here the music application. It is a little different. As we can see here, it's not the standard one. I guess it's made by either MIUI or maybe the manufacturer of this phone, so it's kind of cool. I like that. I don't have an app tray this time because this is running once again the MIUI launcher, and it makes it look a little bit more like the iPhone. But again guys, I mean, if you're looking for a budget phone, I would recommend this phone 100%, as it is very easy to root, very easy to hack. It does have a great GPS, working Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, signal reception. Everything on this phone works very well, and for 115, I think it's definitely a steal. Well guys, I think I went through everything on this phone. If you do have any questions, please don't forget to comment below. Please like the video, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.